In this video, I want to give you guys a heads up on Assassin's Creed Valhalla hitting a brand new low price for the physical version of the PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4 copy. We'll talk about that. Grand Blue Fantasy Versus has a pretty decent deal, and I want to cover a couple of other things. PlayStation 5 finally adds cross-gen game notifications. If you guys remember when the PlayStation 5 first came out, this was one of the funniest things that people were messing up, in that they were getting PlayStation 5 cross-gen titles and they were playing the PlayStation 4 version of the game on their PS5, so it now looks like it'll be a little easier to navigate that, and Super Meat Boy Forever gets a release window for PlayStation 5 and Xbox One. I should say PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, but obviously playable on PlayStation 5. Okay, first of all, you might have noticed on the PlayStation Store that Assassin's Creed Valhalla is going for $45 over there. If you do want to get the physical version, it has hit a brand new low price in $35 over at Best Buy. Assassin's Creed Valhalla actually held up in price more so than other Assassin's Creed titles in recent years, just because I would have to assume that this was the first PlayStation 5 game, so they kind of wanted to make it have a premier price point. But yeah, AC Valhalla already down to $35. I've been touting it for years. Ubisoft games, more so than any other publisher, really. I mean, there's a couple of other publishers like this, but Ubisoft's the one that it becomes really evident. Wait a couple weeks, wait a month or two until buying one of their games after release, and you can get a significant discount on it. You really see that with Immortal Rising Phoenix, which just came out like 2 weeks ago, and it's already down to $40. Watch Dogs Legion, same thing, that's been down to $30, $35, and now AC Valhalla down to $35 as well. It seems like AC Valhalla has sold really well, though, so honestly, from a financial standpoint, from their standpoint, they're probably like, hey, we already sold so many copies of the game, and then you get more people buying the game. I'm just looking out for your guys' wallets, and $35 for AC Valhalla I think is pretty good. I've been pretty open about my thoughts of the game. Definitely my favorite Assassin's Creed game since they shifted the format. 60 FPS on PS5 is awesome. Visuals are great. Open world is colossal. Not really vibing with the story that hard. I still haven't completed the game. I mean, there's so much stuff out right now that, you know, really investing into a game like this. I know some of you guys, I read the comment section, you guys have dropped 100 hours into the game, and yeah, the games are grandiose like that, but when I'm trying to play a couple other things, you know, Cyberpunk is still something I am playing, even though some people absolutely hate that game, and rightfully so, maybe. But trying to get through that, so AC Valhalla is one title that, for the time being, has taken a back seat, but over winter break, I really want to delve back into it and complete the game. Even if I don't, 100% it, I do want to make a full playthrough of it. I'd have to say $35 is pretty good, so check it out if you're interested. Also, want to note, over at GameStop, their daily deal has Grand Blue Fantasy Versus down to $20. It's not the Grand Blue Fantasy Relink a lot of you guys are waiting for, but this is one that's still pretty good. It is obviously a fighting game, so it might not be for everybody, but I think $20 is pretty good. That's, what, 60% off the base price? And still a relatively recent release, as it just did come out, I think back in March or April, so, it hasn't been that long since its initial drop. Okay, a couple of other things. I found this hilarious when the PlayStation 5 first came out. PlayStation 5 Now, noticed by Tidix over on Twitter, if you launch a PlayStation 5 title, you guys might know that you can play the PlayStation 4 version. It looks like now there's a pop-up where it'll let you know, do you want to play the PlayStation 4 version or switch to the PS5 version? There were literally people, and I saw this quite a bit on social media, Twitter. A lot of people were getting their PlayStation 5s. I think the game I noticed it the most with was Black Ops Cold War. But that game, a lot of people were playing the PlayStation 4 version of the title. I don't know if that's the case with other games like NBA 2K. I'm pretty sure it is, but people were just playing the PlayStation 4 version of the game instead of the PlayStation 5 version, which is hilarious, but it is something you can accidentally do, and I just thought it was the funniest thing that I saw with the initial PlayStation 5 drop that people were having trouble with. I mean, a lot of people that aren't super into video games, I noticed, did get a PlayStation 5 at launch, and that kind of tripped them up, and that's all good. I know people aren't really, finagling around with settings like that and figuring out what they're doing, but yeah, I had a couple friends actually do that. I thought that was hilarious. But now it does seem like that'll be less of an issue, so that's pretty nice. Okay, lastly, I do want to note Super Meat Boy Forever launches December 23rd for the Nintendo Switch, January 2021 for the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, so it's not going to be too long of a wait. It will be dropping at $17.99. That is including a 10% discount from the initial $19.99 price point, so after pre-orders, it will go up to that price. Super Meat Boy, obviously a very, very iconic, challenging platformer, and this is the sequel moving the Meat Boy saga forward. I played quite a bit of this on PC way back in the day, but Meat Boy Forever, definitely something I'm going to check out, probably on the PC when it does drop. Actually, it drops today on the PC if you're watching this video the day it's uploaded, so yeah, you can go check it out on PC, you can go check it out on Nintendo eShop for the Switch, so definitely something to keep on your radar. Maybe, if you want, add it to your wish list down the line, pick it up on a sale. I'm sure it'll be on sale within the next year and a half. And maybe for some of you guys, it'll be a better pickup then. But that's going to wrap up this video. Again, AC Valhalla hits a brand new low price at $35. Grand Blue Fantasy Versus, pretty good on that. PlayStation 5 crossplay notification, definitely going to help out some people. And Super Meat Boy Forever drops December 23rd for Switch and PC today, and January 2021 for PS4 and Xbox One. That's going to wrap up this one. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.